You this is my name's Dalton York, and this is my informative speech. This is how to troubleshoot and troubleshoot training and 11 sets of diagnosis and repair overhead and gantry cranes. So you got a crane down, but there's a deadline to get this product out, and you know, upper management, they're freaking out. Your supervisor calls you and he says, hey, I need you to go diagnose this crane, fix it, get it up as quickly as possible. What are you going to do? So don't panic. And I got some simple steps that if you follow, you know, you'll be able to diagnose the crane, everything, get it fixed as quickly as possible. So in order to understand how to do that, first what you got to keep in mind is safety, some common problems that you'll run into when showing up to a call like this, and and then, you know, some of the ways, techniques that you can use in order to fix it and everything. So me, I've operated a crane for 3 years. I've done maintenance on them before during shutdowns and everything. I'm a Pi Theta Kappa member with which means I got a pretty high GPA, pursuant of a degree in mechatronics. And I've done extensive research on this subject and everything, so that's a little about me. Did you think the audience? Safety. One of the important things is safety. You know, that's real important when responding to this. Preventative maintenance is one of the best ways to stop anything from happening. It's also helpful in diagnosing it, like, you know, problems before they occur and everything. So you'll be better prepared when something like that happens if you have a preventative maintenance program. Lockout, tag out, locking out and tagging out equipment before you operate it and verifying that it's, you know, de-energized and everything. That's real important. Can only be done by, like, if you're certified to do it type of thing. I did a case study, or I read a case study from OSHA.gov where a guy, he locked out a machine before he worked on it, but basically they could bypass it. And it got bypassed, or it slipped back into place, and it got energized, and it knocked him down, and it was a fatal injury. So make sure you follow lockout, tag out procedures. Plant safety. Every plant should have their own safety protocols in place. Depending upon where you work. I know if you're on general industry, it says if you're on a lift more than 4 foot off the ground, you got to harness off. But you know, if you're unsure about something, just ask somebody that you work for. So some of the common malfunctions that you're going to run into, you got this here. This is a wire rope from a crane. I don't know if you want to see it. I mean, look. Anyway, so what you'll have is, like, it'll be bent, or like these little things will be frayed, and so another one that it could be a crane skew alignment. demonstrate that. So like it'll be out of whack, like right there, type of thing, or maybe here. So, third one, step 6, would be electrical. Maybe it's something with conductor bar or remote, or it could be at the box, you know. Just depending upon what the crane is doing, but it's good practice to check through all these and see, you know. Other various issues would be hooks, motors, gears, bearings. That's a picture of a brake thing, stuff like that. There's more about that on the rigging. The lifting and rigging channel has a video for 5 common problems with cranes and how to avoid them. And they talk about a couple more on there. So fix it, make repairs, anything that you can repair, you know, that's what you want to do first. So if it's something like a hook or like a weld went bad or anything like that, you know, you can probably fix it without having to replace the part. You know, you could just make a repair on it. Replacing it, so anything like if you get one of these ropes or something and it's got frays, you got to throw it out and get a new one. I mean, there ain't no way to use. I mean, if you think it's questionable or like a worn bearing or something, if you question it, then it's best to just go on and replace it. Re-energize. I mean, it's taking, you know, making sure that, you know, everything's wired up right and, you know, all that. And also, like, when you go to re-energize it, you got to take your locks and tags off and all that, and make sure before you know. And so finishing up, so some things to remember: safety protocols. You know, that's a big part of it, and some of the common issues that you'll have. We went over that, and remember the 3 R's. It's repair, replace, and re-energize. So now that you have these things, so then now that you have all that down pat, then it'll be you'll be ready to test the equipment, verify that it's, you know, fully operational again. And once it's operational, you know, you can turn it back over to the operator. I know some plants that you got to have a supervisor sign off on it. Mine, I don't think you got to have that. But anyway, so then now that you have all this stuff in your arsenal and everything, you know, I think you'd be more well prepared to respond to it. And you know, when you get that call from your supervisor, I mean, just feel fully confident you can go use this method and go make the necessary diagnoses and repairs on crane. So some of my references, got the OSHA case study that I mentioned, International Journal of Engineering Science and Innovative Technology. They did a case study on gantry cranes, 5 common problems with overhead cranes and how to avoid them from the lifting and rigging channel. These 2 websites, how to fix workshop overhead crane issues, and how to avoid them. All right. Anybody got any questions?